Looking for some new Core Set 2021 cards? Well, you can get them from our sponsor, Card Kingdom. Card Kingdom has Core Set 2021 up for pre-sale now, and you can check it out over at cardkingdom.com. So what do you do when you've thrown a crazy party, things have gotten a little bit off the rails, and your parents are about to walk in the door? The answer, of course, if I've learned anything from Rick and Morty, is to have someone get you the thing and then stop time. And today, thanks to Wizards being awesome and hooking me up with a preview card, I've got a new M21 card to show off for you, which is basically the Magic version of that. Meet Discontinuity. So Discontinuity is a new blue mythic coming in Core Set 2021. 6 mana, 3 of it blue, instant speed, end the turn. And I know what you're thinking, wait a minute, I've seen this before. There's a card that exists that does almost exactly that, and you are right. There is a card called Time Stop. And Time Stop, it is very similar to Discontinuity. In fact, on level 1 it's the same, 6 mana end the turn. However, Discontinuity has an upside. There's more text on it. If you cast it during your turn, you get a huge discount, a 4 mana discount, 2 generic, 2 blue, which means during your turn, you can end the turn for just 2 mana. So the question is, how do you actually use a card like Discontinuity? How do you play with this? What does it do? Why would you actually want to end the turn? And the answer is, there's actually a few different tricks. On level 1, it's basically an extra turn spell with extra steps. So let's say you draw Discontinuity. What you could do is just pass your turn, wait until your opponent's upkeep, before they even draw their card for their turn. Make your opponent stop and just be like, alright, 6 mana, Discontinuity, your turn ends. And that is going to jump your opponent right to their end step and throw it back to your turn immediately. So while the timing is a little bit weird and a little bit different, in essence, it works the same as if you cast a time warp during your main phase or something. It basically just goes right back to your turn. The only downside is your opponent does get to untap their lands because you got to wait until after the untap step. So there is like a tiny risk of a counter, but that is kind of level 1, the simplest use of Discontinuity. Maybe an even more fun way to take advantage of Discontinuity during your opponent's turn is use it like a instant speed counter spell. So let's say your opponent, they go to their end step and they do all their Wilderness Reclamation, tappy and untappy shenanigans. They put a big explosion on the stack at your face. If you Discontinuity, it's going to end the turn. That expansion explosion is going to fizzle, and it's kind of like a stifle built into it as well. You can wait until your opponent goes to, let's say, untap their mana with Wilderness Reclamation, put that trigger on the stack, and right then, if your opponent's tapped out, you can just be like, Discontinuity, it's going to fizzle the trigger on the stack. Your opponent doesn't even get to untap, and then you can untap and, I don't know, blow up the Wilderness Reclamation or something. So you can definitely get some sweet blowouts by using this like a really strange counter spell that doesn't just counter a thing, but it's going to essentially counter, quote unquote, every single spell that's on the stack, because they're all getting exiled along with Discontinuity. While using Discontinuity during your opponent's turn as an extra turn spell or as like a weird counter spell is great, I'm mostly hyped for the card because it can do some really sweet shenanigans during your turn, and that's when Discontinuity is at its best because you're getting that massive discount, only 2 mana during your turn. So how do you use Discontinuity kind of aggressively to support your own game plan? And there's a couple of different ways. As far as standard is concerned, the most obvious is things that make you lose the game. We only have one card that does this in standard, in Chance for Glory. But Chance for Glory, a 3 mana extra turn spell, also makes all your creatures indestructible forever. The problem is, at the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. The thing is, you can, with Discontinuity, take your extra turn with Chance for Glory, make your stuff free, and then at the end of that extra turn, before you die to Chance for Glory, you just end the turn, it goes away forever, so you kind of get all the awesomeness of Chance for Glory without any of the drawback, the big drawback of losing the game. So that's one option. The other cool option for standard is use it with effects that normally end at the end step. So here, for example, let's say Storm Herald, or Mirror March, or Ilharg. These are all cards that do something powerful, but that powerful thing goes away at the next end step. Storm Herald, get back all your auras, but then they exile your next end step. Mirror March, you can make a ton of tokens, but they go away at the end step. Ilharg, creature comes into play for free, goes away at the end step. So the trick with Discontinuity is if you get the timing right, and that is really important, you can make these effects that normally last for a single turn, last forever. So the trick here is if you are going on this plan, the end step trigger build around type plan. You can't just cast Discontinuity at any time. If you just fire it off randomly in your second main phase or whatever, that's going to go badly because a card like Storm Herald, it's actually going to remember, and then on the next end step, after the turn that you cast Discontinuity, it's still going to make you exile all your auras. Same for Mirror March, same for Ilharg. But the trick is, if you wait until your end step, all of these cards, and any other one that's worded like it, is going to put a trigger on the stack that says, okay, I'm going to do my thing now. I'm going to exile all your tokens, says Mirror March. If you cast Discontinuity with that trigger on the stack, you will exile that trigger, it goes away forever, there's no memory issues, and you get to keep your Mirror March tokens, or your Storm Herald auras, or your Ilharg creature, or whatever other triggers like this. You get to keep them forever. They stay around for infinity. So that's another really awesome way you can take advantage of Discontinuity. While standard shenanigans are definitely fun, and I do expect we will be playing some Discontinuity in standard at some point in the not super distant future, and fingers crossed we get some more sweet combos outside of just Chance for Glory. It can go really deep and do really awesome things. I also want to quickly mention Discontinuity in Commander. So in Commander, I don't think Discontinuity is going to be an ultra staple or even a staple, but I do think there might be a few decks that really want it, and we already have a couple of pretty good comparisons from past cards to see where Discontinuity might fit. One is Time Stop, where Discontinuity is technically, well, I don't want to say strictly better, but it is almost a strictly better version of Time Stop. But you get the discount during your turn. The only downside is the mana is a little bit more restrictive, but basically in like 9 decks out of 10, Discontinuity going to be better Time Stop. And then we also have Sundial of the Infinite, which is kind of like the cheap discounted mode of Discontinuity, ending the turn for a low price, except only being able to work during your turn. So you can never use it to like take an extra turn or fizzle your opponent's turn. You can only use it to stop your turn. So how do Time Stop and Sundial of the Infinite, and likely Discontinuity in the very near future after M21 releases, see play in Commander? And the answer is, there's a few homes in specific I think you got to consider. The one deck in Commander that plays Time Stop basically all the time, and I'm not actually sure why. If you know why, let me know in the comments, is Hisoka Minamo Sensei, which is this blue commander that doesn't see a ton of play, but according to EDH Rec, Time Stop is played in essentially every Hisoka deck, like 75% or something ridiculous. But if you're playing Hisoka and you're playing Time Stop, you should probably just play Discontinuity instead, because like I said, it's very close to strictly better. The other option is to maybe use Discontinuity. It's kind of like a weird backup one-shot Sundial of the Infinite in decks like Cedrus, the Trader King, and Nala, Archmage Ritualist. These are cards that work very similar to our standard trick we were talking about with like Ilharg or Mirror March. They do something that normally ends at the end of turn. Like Inala lets you copy wizards with haste, but then they get exiled at the beginning of the next end step. Cedrus lets you unearth all the creatures in your graveyard for a pretty low price, but when you unearth something, it goes away at the next end step. Well, you can do the same trick with Discontinuity, where you play a bunch of wizards, get a bunch of tokens, and then if you wait until the trigger is on the stack at the end step, you're able to fizzle that trigger, keep those around forever, or the same with your unearthed creatures. Plus, I mean, Discontinuity is like a weird 6-mana counter spell, or a haha Tomer, I made you skip your turn spell. Does have some extra value as well in Commander decks. But the one place where I think that Discontinuity is going to be a staple, ultra staple, play it every single time, maybe the best card in the deck, is Lord of Tressorhoard EDH. So Lord of Tressorhoard, I don't even know if you've heard of this card. It's an old one, it's a weird one, but it's kind of like this strange Grixis Voltron commander. For 4 mana, you get a 10-4, massive, almost a 2-shot kill, a 1-shot kill if you can get Infect on it. But Lord of Tressorhoard, the problem is, when it comes into play, you have to pay 2 life, you have to sacrifice 2 creatures, and have an opponent draw 2 cards. So it's a really big cost to actually play Lord of Tressorhoard. And remember, we're talking Commander, so you play your Lord of Tressorhoard, it dies, you're probably gonna have to play it from your command zone again at some point, and then you gotta say 2 more creatures, and pay 2 more life, and let Tomer draw 2 more cards. So, Discontinuity is a way to get around this. If you get up to 6 mana, you could just Lord of Tressorhoard with the trigger on the stack saying, you gotta do all these horrible things or else you got to sacrifice your Lord of Treasurhoard, you're able to fizzle that trigger, keep your Lord of Treasurhoard, and then just go Voltron, regenerate your Lord of Treasurhoard, beat your opponent down deck, while still having this card that it's not great as a counter spell, and it's not great as an extra turn spell at all in Commander when you have 4 players, because you're not actually getting an extra turn, you're just making one person skip their turn, and it'll go round the table till it gets back to you eventually. But in Lord of Treasurhoard decks, I think that's the home. I think that's a spot. I think we broke it. So if you're building Lord of Treasurhoard, throw Discontinuity in there, and I think it'll be a really good option for the deck. So anyway, that is Discontinuity, our new time stop with upsides and shenanigans, coming soon in Core Set 2021. Thank you so much to Wizards for hooking me up with this awesome card to show off to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about it. What did I miss? Are there any other tricks in Standard or Commander or Modern or any other formats? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.